So, can you do your favorite drug of choice again after overcoming depersonalization? The answer is yes. Through personal experience, I can back this up completely and tell you that the first time I got out of depersonalization, I just forgot about it. Went back to smoking weed all the time. Went to college, went to school, had a great time, drank, experimented with drugs, you name it. Like it never happened. I was completely back to normal. But if you're worrying so much about, can I do my favorite drug of choice again after depersonalization? If you're worrying so much about that, there's a giant chance that your drug of choice is the reason why you are here, and is the reason why you have depersonalization, and is the reason why you are obsessing about fixing yourself and doing all this research and going down all these holes and listening to everyone's stories. So really what the idea is out of this is to understand that if you want to do your drug of choice again, you need to understand that you need to fully get yourself out of depersonalization, not by using your favorite drug. Some people think, well, I use this drug to get in, so I can use this drug to get out. And that is not true. So let's say you overcome depersonalization, right? Let's just say you're already at that step. Let's fast forward. You can't just go back to your drug of choice if you overused it, if you abused it, if you were addicted to it, if you used it as a toxic coping mechanism. If any of those ring a bell to you, then you shouldn't just jump right back into it. And you should consider if you should ever use that drug ever again. My drug of choice was marijuana. I had a really bad reaction to it, and I smoked it every day all the time. So this was crazy to me. After my father passed away, I was already smoking weed a lot before my dad passed away, but after he passed away, I smoked my feelings away. One day, smoked a normal amount, had a panic attack, and found myself here. So I was worrying all the time, can I smoke weed again? And everyone was saying no, and it was so upsetting to me. And I was like, fuck, my life's over, like I have to change everything, and I was so worried. But that told me a lot about myself and my marijuana use. That told me that I was toxically using it, abusing it, and using it as a coping mechanism. So I went a long time without smoking, and I reconsidered what it was. Now, I do smoke marijuana now, but I don't smoke large amounts of it. I'll only take a couple of hits at a time. I know myself now. I know my body chemistry, and I know how my body has changed over time. The version of myself that used to smoke mad blunts years ago, I'm not that person anymore. I'm not the same person in my mind, and my body chemistry has changed. So as time passes by, you need to learn your body and learn yourself more. Having depersonalization will teach you a lot about your body. You actually think you're completely out of whack, but if you really pay attention, you're more in tune to your body, and you can feel each chemical change, and you can feel how your body reacts to everything that you do to it. So really what you need to take away from all this is that yes, you can do your drug of choice again, but you need to understand that it probably had a vital role in you having depersonalization. Now, some of us have found ourselves with depersonalization, and it has nothing to do with drugs. So they're kind of exempt from this conversation, but to those that know that you have had a strong addiction or a strong habit with drugs in the past, or to those that had their depersonalization triggered due to drugs, I'm not going to sit here and tell you you can do drugs again. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you shouldn't do drugs ever again. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm just going to tell you that it is possible, but you need to rewire yourself so that you don't need that drug and so that you aren't abusing it anymore. It needs to become a relaxant or a tool or something that you use socially. It doesn't need to be something that you depend on. Once you can kind of get those separated from each other, and you can learn how your body works according to this drug again, you can maybe ease your way back into that after you get yourself out of depersonalization. A lot of people don't want to hear that, and a lot of people who consider themselves professionals on this subject will tell you never to do that drug ever again. I think that's a little harsh. It really depends on what drug it is. For a lot of us, it's just weed. So for weed, I think you can definitely find your way back again and be okay. But once again, you really have to figure yourself out. and you have to get your life together first before you can take that and put it back into your life. And that's something that you really need to think about. I'll see you next week.